This is the ARC Studio by IK Multimedia, and its job in its fullest capacity is to make your monitors sound better by room correction in hardware. Ho, 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 ho. Let's get into this. Yeah. Imagine the following scenario that I'm sure applies to almost all of us. We get into this music thing, and now we're in the quest of the perfect monitor. You've treated your room, you've read the reviews, you've went to the forums, you've done all the stuff. You order what you think is going to be the perfect pair, you unbox them, you're just wowed by the sound, and you do a couple mixes on them, and then you try to play it back on other systems, and it's still not right. You get another pair, you do the same thing, and it's still not right. I admittedly have went through more monitors in my career than I would care to admit. For you, it's a bonus because now I can tell you the thing that I've learned over this whole experience. That is subjective. You can read all the reviews, you can do all the things you want, but at the end of the day, what sounds good to others may not sound great to you. What is perfect for others may not be perfect for you. What is meeting and checking all the boxes may be great for others, but it's not for you. Your style of music may be different, your room may be different, your conditions may be different, all these things may be different, but the one thing that we all fight for is having accurate, great sounding monitors that gives us the ability to make mixes that translate across multiple channels. And with all the technology that's coming in now, it seems like that's easier, whether it's headphones that mimic all of these great audio rooms, AI that can fix your bad mixes, all these virtual different softwares, and then you run into the problem of now it's going to tax my CPU to do it. So how do we fix that? Well, seems that IK Multimedia has came up with a solution to bring those problems to a screeching halt. ARC Studio is a room correction standalone solution for studio monitoring systems combining a hardware processor, ARC4 software, and a precision MEMS measurement microphone. The all-new algorithm removes the acoustic issues that can lead to making incorrect sonic decisions while maintaining incredibly natural and transparent sound. The ARC Studio is a hardware standalone digital room correction processor, works with any pair of monitors in any room, and includes the ARC4 software and measurement mic. Full range correction for any kind of audio production, near zero latency for real-time monitoring any setup, ideal for all studios from in the box to console bass, and control room tuning for a perfect match to the target curve. Once the measurement process is complete, the correction is transferred to the ARC Studio hardware unit processor for latency-free set and forget operation. From now on, the unit works completely standalone while still letting switch between monitors and presets whenever desired. Alternatively, without the hardware, the correction can still be used in any DAW by inserting the ARC4 plugin on the master bus. The ARC4 analysis software guides step-by-step through a series of measurement points around the listening area with ARC's flexible placement options. The process will be done in less than 10 minutes and can be repeated for multiple pairs of monitors or listening areas. In short, this could solve a lot of problems. Okay, so now we're about to take the ARC Studio and run it through the test. So we've got the MEMS microphone plugged into the interface on the mic input with 48 volt phantom power. That's really important. You'll see in a second. Okay, so welcome to the ARC system. ARC system comprised of a number analysis correction, DAW plugin, and standard application to control the ARC Studio device. This setup of system will guide you through the room analysis process. Click next to proceed. Boom. Okay, so now we're into the microphone selection part. So you can use other room correction mics, but in this case, we're going to use the one that came with it, which you will select the MEMS mic model. So yeah, you can go through those, but you're going to pick that. We're going to click next. Now it's going to ask you for your output and your input device. So at this point, as you can see, we're using the Universal Audio Thunderbolt, output left and right, sample rate 48 kilohertz. Input device. Now this is where you will select your audio input and whatever mic channel that you have the MEMS microphone plugged into. Leave the buffer alone. Now you're going to want to experiment with this mic signal to make sure that you're getting proper levels. You don't want it to go too far. As you read into the manual, you'll figure all that out. So you want to stay at a safe green level. All right, so we're going to hit next. You're going to select your typical listening area. So you have the option of a project studio, a monitor spot if you're mixing in front of a console, wide area if it's you and another engineer or an assistant or a producer, whatever. You've got the studio back area if it's you and a client. And of course, we can do movie or home theater, but in this case, we're doing project studio. That's us. Now it says position the ARC microphone, place and align your microphone horizontally, approximately close to your ears. Correct positioning and height. So that's what we're doing. Playback level. So here's the play test. Make sure you're in a quiet environment. Avoid tone noise. Mic preamp level. Got it. So we're at the right level. We're going to do, now here's the option. If you really want to get super advanced, there's 21 points that you can measure. But in this case, we're going to do 7 points. So we're not going to pick 21. We're going 7. Room analysis will help you in measuring 7 points at ear level. System will guide you through the mic positioning and measurement. Please follow the next steps. So now we're getting into the capture point mode, where now it's going to show you all 7 points in which it's going to do all of the measuring to get the desired result, which is better sounding monitors. We're going to do that now, and then we'll be back. Now, as an additional note, is going to tell you to make sure that when you have the ARC Studio plugged in for the measurement process, turn the correction off. You don't want the correction on while it's running. We're not going to turn that on until after it's running. Okay? Side note. Got it. All right. So you can see that all 7 points have been done. And now it just says click next to proceed. Let's see what we got. Now, you're almost there. You can now save your room analysis and use it in the ARC4 correction plugin. 5C. And we're going to just pick a basic icon. Let's just say this one. Fine. Okay, done. Your room analysis has been saved and is ready for use in the ARC4 correction plugin. Click out to close the ARC and click new analysis to take another different type of room analysis, which we're not going to do that because we're only doing the one for an example. So now we're inside the ARC4 software where we've already taken our room measurements, and now we're going to pull it up into the system because now it is saved as C or tone 5C. We can see the before for the left and the right. And now we're going to see what it did for the after. And here's the results of what it did. So now you can see that it applied the necessary corrections. So if we just look at the corrections, this is what it did for the left channel. This is what it did for the right channel. This was before, that was after. Here's before, there's the after. After you have all these corrections in place, you can choose your target. So you can do it as a flat, you can add your different room types. So in addition to picking your target reference point, you also have the option of adding virtual monitoring situations. So you can pick from hi-fi systems, multimedia systems, or various studio monitors, which the amount of flexibility you have to check your mixes and check for accuracy and all that in this package is unreal. I use a lot of IK Multimedia products. Matter of fact, my main monitors right now are the Precision MTMs, which I got rid of some other pricier options I swapped those out for that. But my other go-to set of monitors right now that no matter what my main monitors have been, my Auratone 5Cs have not lost their space. Like, those are the things that I check everything. Like, when I'm really into the weeds of mixing the record, these are what I mix on, just because it's really going to tell you the truth. And there's arguments about that. So don't take my word as law and go scramble and get you some. Just for me, right? The Auratone 5Cs is what I reference everything through, playback records through, mix, sometimes even master through. I was not expecting the ARC Studio to make them sound better than what they already did. I even ran another test to see if it would make the Precision MTM sound better than what they already did, because I did the room measurement. Like, if you're looking for an all-in-one solution, the Precision MTMs have that built already into the monitors. So then you just run the mics through it, you go through it, boom, it has that. But this makes it sound better. And it made the Auratone 5Cs sound better, which is, again, subjective. I didn't know that it was possible to squeeze that much low end out of an Auratone 5C, but magically it did it. So shout out to IK Multimedia for making a product that really works, and to have it as a standalone option where you don't have to have it hooked up to the computer. But the other beauty of it is that they added it where you can pull it up as a plugin in your DAW. And if you do pull it up as a plugin in your DAW, make sure that it is the last plugin on the signal chain. Don't put it at the beginning. It's the last thing that everything runs through on your signal chain. Or you can go into the ARC Studio software, and then you can do the different monitor emulations, all that other stuff. But just out of the box as a product to improve your monitoring environment, I'm impressed. So shout out to IK Multimedia for making the ARC Studio, and I would definitely tell you to check this out. I'm a fan. And I'm not saying that I had low expectations. I wasn't saying it. I wasn't even saying that there was going to be some kind of snake oil thing. Like, I really think that IK is really doing a lot of amazing stuff. This one, I kind of was like, let's just see. You know what I mean? Like, let's just see what it does and not pre-program your mind to be blown. Let me just walk into this with a flat, unbiased mindset and really see how this turns out. And I will say that I'm impressed. Wow. And the fact that it's standalone, like, that's what makes it even better. The fact that it's standalone, and now you don't have to worry about having to pull up a plugin or whatever unless you choose to. And that's cool that it gives you options. Like, you're able to have options as if you want to use it or not. But in just a standalone environment, knowing that I can enable and disable room correction is a really dope feature that I really enjoy. So shout out to IK Multimedia, ARC Studio. Definitely check it out. DJ E-Clyps, and I'm out. Peace. I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe. It's not my brand. If you like it, you know where the button is. If you want to subscribe, you know where the button is. You know, let's not be those people today. All right? But see you next video. Peace.